President Trump is threatening to close the border with Mexico, but is it a step he's actually willing to take? Hey, everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk, 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. Want to read for you two different headlines from two different sources. Reuters with a story that came out at 10:35 this morning. Headline: Trump steps back from Mexico border threat as companies warn of economic fallout. And then another story from Tuesday, this from the New York Times. Trump vows to close border even if it hurts the economy. So what's the truth here? Is the president really ready to close the border with Mexico? I don't think so. I don't buy it. I think this is a threat by the President of the United States. Of course, closing the border with Mexico to trade would harm the U.S. economy. How much would it hurt the U.S. economy? Well, a lot of experts say it would really hurt the U.S. economy. Others say not so much. It would impact, obviously, the U.S. and Texas economy, but long-term, not as much as some of the doom and gloom folks will say. I'm not even interested in that right now at all. This, to me, and I agree with Matt Makoviak, GOP strategist, said on my show on on Tuesday, which was he thinks that this is a lot like NAFTA. When the president threatened to pull out of NAFTA, the president makes a lot of threats in order to make deals, in order to get people to pay attention to what's going on in a particular situation. But I don't think the president, going into an election year, going into a presidential election year, is going to want to do anything that'll hurt the U.S. economy, even if it comes to immigration. This is also a point that the president has made that Mexico needs to do more. The president's highlighting that. The president has done that in the past, and Mexico has stepped up in the past. If they do so in the future, this shows it's just another tactic used by the president to, one, rile up the Democrats, number two, to get Mexico to actually do their job to stop these migrant caravans from reaching the United States, and three, to show light on the issue, to spotlight the issue moving forward. We need real border security along the U.S.-Mexico border. We need Mexico to do a better job stopping these caravans from entering their country and reaching the United States. And we need for the Democrats to pay attention to what's going on. I don't think the president's going to close the border with Mexico. I think Texas officials are probably telling the president, don't do it. It'll hurt the Texas economy. It'll hurt the U.S. economy. And instead, continue to put pressure on Mexico. How about this? The president can go after Mexico with other monetary issues. The president can even issue more tariffs maybe on Mexico. But shutting down the border, I don't think that's going to happen. You may see a temporary halt over a weekend, but I don't think you're going to see this massively long close to the border with Mexico. I don't think the president wants it. I don't think the state of Texas wants it. I don't even think Mexico wants it. They're going to eventually, I think, in Mexico, do what they can to stop some of these caravans from crossing their nation and into the United States. I hope Mexico steps up. It's in their best interest and in the interest of the United States. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFY.